My name is Dave, and I caught the dip again. I thought it was the low. It was just another wick. Saw it on the 5-minute, heart skipped a beat, formed a little hammer, looked kinda neat. No confirmation, no real bias, but I hit long. Now I'm red in the face. Storm was thin, tape was slow, but something inside said, bro, just go. 20 handles later, it dumped on me. Should have waited for the MHP. Welcome to Knife Catchers Anonymous. We buy the blood and pray it's bottomish. You win, I'm in, you sure. Too late. All counts, account liquidated. FOMO strong, my hands are weak. Been wrecked all month now, twice this week. So gather round and sing this song. Knife catching feels so right until it's wrong.
Yep, make sure you guys join that Tradeify tournament under Team Rocket Scooter. Remember, it's a competition between like 15 big influencers and stuff. We're gonna show that we're the best. Yo, bro, that market's moving quick. Who got the last 200 points in NASDAQ there? It's all the virgins, bro. I swear. I think I'm at 40K today, guys. Today's been scalping like crazy, dude. I think it topped out at 40 right now. Are y'all long in that? Did y'all trade this? Man, y'all are. Did anybody short this earlier? You guys are y'all are monsters, man. Let's see what ChatGPT says. How much did we make today? Dude, I'm on this crazy wave streak. I can't even imagine. It's been nuts, man. It's been such a crazy market. I've been patient. This is some of the best trading I've ever done. Hold on. As far as like technique wise, not just money wise, but technique wise. 36.2. Wait a minute.
And I caught the dip again.
And make sure you guys join Team Rocket Scooter for the big Tradeify competition. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Welcome, you knife catchers. Welcome back to the stream, y'all. We buy the blood and pray that it's bottomish. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh my goodness, y'all. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Smash that like button, friends. How do you enter on Team Rocket Scooter? Let me give you the link real quick. With Tradeify competition, if you have a Tradeify account, so if you go buy any eval, use our code, you'll get entered. That'll cover you. If you're not buying an account, you just want to enter. So if you buy any, it's like marketing video or something. Oh shit, they got a marketing video.
Tradeify Grand Cup. A $200,000 Grand Champion reward. $1 million in total prizes spread across 400 winners. And you keep 80% of every dollar that you profit during the live Grand Finals.
Here's how the eliminations work. Week 1, trade, compete, build your account.
Esteban, bro, you made 40K today? No way, dude.
Week 2,
Let's build the fuck the wall. Let's build a pool and some random shit in the backyard. I made 40K today. That's funny.
Daily cuts, and at the end of week 2, only the top 200 will advance to the live Grand Finals. stage
What am I gonna do with the 200K? Give it all the way to you guys, maybe? No. I'll put some good use for sure. If I win 200K, I'm gonna keep that. That's significant. I'll turn some of it into giveaways.
Third place, $80,000. $1 million.
Oh yeah, if I win the 200, I mean, I'm just gonna. I mean, it's what am I gonna do with it? I mean, it just goes into my pool of money in life. Probably continue to fuel investing in some of our side projects we got going. I like Squid Games, yeah, kind of. Yeah, so if you bought any eval using our code, you enter, or you pay $35 to enter. The top 200 people, so the first week, just build your account. Every week after, the bottom 30% get cut until there's 200 left. When there's 200 people left, the 200 people left get a live account. So 200 people go all the way to live from $35, which is insane. Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. The probability of going to live is ridiculously hard, right? But this is your highest probable chance of ever going live with the prop firm. There might be, I bet you Tradeify got like 50,000 customers, okay? I don't think these prop firms have millions of customers, okay? And with the size like that, you know, everybody might maybe say if a 10th or 20% of them enter, you know, you got like a 1 in, you know, 5,000 chance. If 20,000 people enter, you got a 1 in 5,000 chance of getting and going live, which is skipping 80K of payouts and going immediately live and getting funded with Tradeify just by passing this tournament and being in the top 200. This will be the highest probable chance you have of going live because you're beating the probability of you beating, you know, 5 or 10,000 people is much better than you actually beating the system, which is 80,000 payouts. That's one in hundreds of thousands, if not 1 in a million chance that you go live. I bet you it's a 1 in a million chance that you go live with the prop firm to go all the way to the end of the stage, you know, including all, if you count every account that went live and every account that failed, including all of your individual blowups, it's probably about a 1 in a million chance to go live. Very rare, very few people go live because it's so hard to get to the end. So every million accounts they sell, I bet you they give out 1 live, or maybe every 500,000. I bet you the odds are that small. I don't know the odds. I'm just guessing. You know, there might be with any prop firm fewer than, you know, 1,000 live traders, maybe less than 1% for sure. And every one of those traders could have bought hundreds of accounts apiece. So you do the math there. Yeah, if you're live in 2, you've blown hundreds of accounts to get there. Right, so imagine every person that's live blew hundreds of accounts to get there, and everyone that's not blew thousands of accounts and not to get there. And when you got 50,000 customers, if 50,000 customers each bought 100 accounts, that's already 5 million accounts. If there's 1,000 live traders, right? 1,000 tribe traders out of 5 million accounts. That's what, 1 in 5,000? Probably. And I'm even estimating. I'm sure they each bought more than 100 accounts. I probably know people that probably bought thousands of accounts. So I'm probably severely underestimating the number of accounts they sell. But I'm saying it's probably like very small chances. The idea that, you know, a trading competition at 35 bucks, you can skip a year ahead to pass is it's the best. And this is what I always tell you guys the math. And remember, I don't get commissions for this. So it doesn't, I mean, if you buy a Tradeify account, like a regular prop account, I always get commissions. But if you enter the tournament for $35, even if you put in our code, we don't get a cut of it. They made that clear because they want it to be fair. Right? So me telling you guys to enter the contest, I get nothing out of it. The idea, well, if Rocket Scooter team wins, then we all get a prize. But the idea is that this is your highest probable chance of going live with the prop firm, because your odds are very, very good. You're only competing against the other traders. Typically, the group pretty much always fails to get the live together because live is really hard to accomplish. Now, it doesn't matter if you get the live. You just need to be better than the rest of the people there, which is easier to do than all of you, somebody beating the actual prop firm system. It doesn't matter what you buy, Heather. They give you a an account for the competition. So it won't matter what you, if you have any account with Tradeify, they'll give you a separate account when the contest starts. So you just need to be an existing customer. Yeah. If you enter and don't make it to 200, do you get anything from the profits in the account? No, it's just paper trading at that point. But 200 people will go live and you're trading a live account for the remainder of the competition. If you go live from the tournament, do you lose your sim funded accounts? I don't know how that's going to work. That's a great question. I'll have to get some clarity on that one. Technically speaking, yeah. I think that's probably what would happen. But that's worth asking. Let me send Dan a message. He'll know the answer to that. Okay, I'm asking him. Let's see if he'll. Yeah, what a great setup today, guys. That long was beautiful, wasn't it? That's one hell of a day, man. God, I love rocket scooter levels, man. I love it so much. Can't believe I'm on like a 6 or 7 week win streak, man. It's been blowing my own mind. Here's what we have to beat at this thing. Here's our competition. Now, I'm individually entering the competition. But these are the other teams, right? So the other, they chose ambassadors. So there's, what is this? 15, 17 people, okay? Each one of these beautiful faces up here is competing with each other for the best team. So if you sign up, use each of these codes, all it does is assign you to Team Rocket Scooter, right? And the winning team gets a big ass prize. And I think they said a whole crap ton of giveaway accounts or something. Yeah, it's a 15 account with scaling rules. Yeah, there's rules in the prop account, at least the eval side of the contest. Yeah. Yeah. That's the competition from Tradeify. Yep. Does the drawdown come up with like the BDH or does it stop? The drawdown will stop at 0. I asked them about that. It's a real end of the day drawdown account. So once you build your buffer, you stop. Yeah. So Mark Frank, yeah, when you signed up, contact customer service and just let them know it's Team Rocket Scooter. They're going to manually assign people. So yeah, tell customer service and be like, I didn't put in the code. Yeah, so with most prop firms, when you go live, you lose your sims. That's 100% the case. It's not, no, prop firms don't allow you to keep your sim funded once you go live usually. Tradeify's usual rule is when you go live, you lose your sim funded. You lose all the rest of the balance and give you the live. You forfeit the rest of your profits and you go live. So the question is, if you go live in this contest, do you forfeit your profits? I mean, who cares though, right? I mean, the live account is infinitely better than any sim funded account anyways. The think script drawing you built, wait, Gabriel, you built a think script for printing, I mean, for drawing cat lines? I gotta see this, dude. Where is it at? Where'd you post that at? Link to the contest. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So make sure you guys rep Team Rocket Scooter because we're gonna win this, right? We're gonna win this competition. All of us together. Hold on 1 second. Man, November 2nd, I'm gonna go be whooping Tradeify ass. November 2nd, I'm gonna be whooping Matt Core's ass. Yeah, I'm gonna be whooping ass all month of November. This is whoop ass November. All right, here are the teams. A lot of these guys are our friends, but they're going down. Look at these smiling faces. All of these faces are gonna be frowning by the end of November. We're gonna turn these smiles upside down, as I tell you. Big Daddy Max, look at that big smiling grin. We're gonna make him cry. Rake Trades, we're gonna make him sad. Kane, get that smile off your face. Team Rocket's gonna win. I love these guys. It's gonna be tough because all these guys are great. Max is great, Rake's great, Kane's great, they're all great. Rips is great, Brian. Fantastic traders. But this is like team versus team, and Roxy's gonna win. Like essentially trader versus trader. It's not them, it's you guys. So whose community is going to beat whoever's community? We're going to turn all these frowns upside down. Big Daddy Max. Yeah, Max the player, dude. I like him. Max and I are really tight. We've been friends for many years. Actually, we chat a lot. So Max is a cool dude. As a matter of fact, one of iDoc's co-workers, who is a day trader on the side, is in Big Daddy Max's community. It's a very small world. Went out, hung out with him one day, and he was like, "Yeah, do you know Max?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I know Max." He's like, "Yeah, I'm in his Discord." Yeah, it's a very small world. Everybody here kind of knows each other. Rips, great trader. Brian, good trader. This guy, that AI photo, I don't even know if that's what the guy really looks like. He's a horrible trader, but everyone else, they're pretty decent. So it's gonna be tough. Uncle Bugatti, hell yeah. We got everybody in this thing today. It's gonna be fun. Rip's trading style, Rip's pretty solid. Like he's got a good risk management, you know, like know-how. So is it a joint profit from the teams? I think it's that, yeah, I think it's like which team has the highest total profit. I think it's something like that. Yeah, Max is really solid. Max's community is really solid. I'm not gonna lie. Of all the traders here with communities, Brian's community is like ICT trader style. He's pretty good. I don't know much about a lot of the other communities. I don't know anything about Rips' community because I don't know if he trains people or not. He just trades on YouTube. But like Max spends a significant amount of time training traders. So I'd be scared to go head to head with Max because he trains people. He spends a lot of time training people. So there's a lot of like, it's gonna be like who's the best group of traders, who's the best like who's the best you know, group of dudes and dudettes. Ambassador Code Rock Suiter. Uncle Bugatti versus Uncle Maserati. Let's go. Let's do it. So it'll be cool. See who comes out ahead. If we get in the top one, I got to give out some prizes or something, right? To reward you guys. If you guys don't get first place, I'm canceling Rocket Scooter. I'm deactivating the platform. You better win. Which team has the biggest competition? That I don't know. I mean, Of all the people here, I mean, we have probably the biggest following on YouTube of all the people here. Maybe not, maybe this guy's bigger and maybe Tanya's a little bit bigger on YouTube. Jaden's huge on Instagram, so he's gonna have a lot of people from Instagram. Rips and Brian are both big-ish on YouTube. Our community is probably bigger than both of these two put together, but probably them plus them equal us. So they're big. Max is huge on Instagram. Max and Jaden are probably gonna have a big ass community. Tanya's like our size on YouTube, like total followers and total views. So she'll have a big-ish, but the YouTubers are not going to be as big as the Instagrammers, that's for sure. These guys have massive Instagram followings. I have no idea who that guy is, or these two guys are, so I don't know what their followings are. Tradeify TV is small. Kane, I don't know if he has a community or not. He's big on Twitter. He's probably one of the bigger ones on Twitter. I don't know if he has a community or how big it is. I don't know a lot, actually. I don't know a lot about him. It's more like whose community is the biggest and whose community is taking payouts. So I think it's who's going to be bigger than us. I think like Tanya might have a bigger following and Jada probably have a bigger following. So they might have more entries, but we're pretty sizable. So we'll have a pretty decent showing if you guys will show up. Matt Kors is a better trader than me. If he's trading, he's probably better at dodgeball than I am. FSP is big. I believe FSP buys viewers. I've been in the futures community long enough to know how big the futures community is. And when some no-name person shows up with 2,000 people watching them, when 2,000 people were born overnight, I think a guy buys viewers. I don't really think he's that big. And I can't tell you how I know that, but you have to trust me that I know that. Let's just say I understand the numbers that prop affiliates put up, and he's not as big as you think he is. And I can't tell you how I know that, but I know that for a fact. The only valid assumptions he buys viewers. So how you know if somebody buys viewers is if they're twice as big as you and they have a fourth of the coupon use as you with a prop firm. It scales linearly with your total actual viewers, your prop firm customers. And I may or may not know that data from somewhere. Tom Kazi is, I don't know who's Tom Kazi. Who is that? Is that somebody on here? I don't, who are these guys? Who's Tom Kazi and who's Steph? Can y'all give me some like info where I can look at who's Vola? I don't know these people. I want to introduce. And who's Amos? This picture looks familiar. I've seen him on Twitter, but I don't know what his name. I haven't really been acquainted with everybody. I know most everyone else though. I have a secret cam on his house, probably. Who are these guys? Do they have YouTube channels or something? Let's see. Let's check them out. Who is Tamakazi? He's on YouTube. Okay, Tamakazi Stocks, the financial cloud. Is that him? You guys know these guys? I'm just trying to look up some of these competitors. Let's make some new friends real quick. Who we got? Who's Steph? Who is this right here? Do you guys, did I lose, did chat freeze up or something? Are y'all here? Can somebody type something in chat? I think chat is frozen again. Oh, there it is. Whoa, chat just started spitting everywhere. Okay. Wow, YouTube is very delayed with this new update. Okay. Now, like, I just had 3,000 lines of text. Okay, hold on. What did you guys say? Matt Kors is good. Matt Kors is absolutely garbage trader. I collected info from his Twitter. He's blown up over 700 accounts since March alone. We did the math in Apex, and he's gotten like a couple payouts this year. That's it. Tanya's big. Okay, what do you guys say on some of these names here? Now everything just showed up. Okay, the financial cloud is Tamakaze. I looked him up. Okay, so who is Steph? Who's this? Who's this guy? Does anybody know who this is? I don't know everybody. And who is Amos? I've seen him on Twitter, but I don't remember. I don't know what his This is a 21-year-old kid. This guy. He's from TikTok. Who's this guy? Oh, so he's a TikToker? Okay. And I know I've talked to Amos on Twitter before. I've seen him before. I don't know his handle on Twitter. What's this guy's handle? Amos PFT. Yeah, we've chatted. We've chatted a couple times on Twitter. Is he like? Is it Discord? I think. Yeah, I've seen it. Okay, I know this guy. I've seen his content. Cool. Yeah, we've chatted a couple times, just randomly each other's comments. Okay, I know this guy. So he's got like a community. We know Jada, we know Tanya, we know all these other folks. We got Joey. We all know Joey. Joey's a buddy. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know Vola, and then we obviously everybody knows Uncle Bugatti. Uncle is Amos on Tradeify TV. Oh, okay, cool. That's where I know him from. Okay, that's right. That's where I know him from. We've talked before, just through the comments on the threads on TV and stuff. Okay. Very cool, very cool. So he's a Tradeify TV guy. Excellent, excellent. That's right. Now it's all coming back to me. Wait, Kane is cool, Matt, but Patrick is picking him up right now. Wait, Pat's picking him up from where? Are they hanging out? You signed up. Where do you get your credentials? You signed up for Rocket Scooter. Go to our tech support channel in Discord. They'll walk you through getting everything set up. Or we have an AI bot on our website. Where's PW? I think they went to California or something. Do we get the high up days today? It's very possible we do. I'm still waiting to see like if there's any good setup to happen. But something like this, honestly, this has been such a weird sort of, market. I don't even know if there's any trades I could take, but like this has been so incredible. I almost made 40K today. And it's pretty much I completely like crushed it today, man. That's such a good. Let's celebrate early, man. Let's start doing some giveaways in a little bit. So hold on. I love this volatility, man. It gets a little scary for a hot minute, but dude, this has been just nuts. Like, look at this, man. This looks a little dangerous and scary still. I mean, look at these wicks on these candles, man. You say Matt first place. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be the ultimate flex. Not just me winning a tournament, but you guys winning a tournament. We're gonna show people how great Rock Scooter is. I'm gonna tell you, anybody that has a system or a style or whatever, I'm gonna hand it to you guys. This is Rocket Scooter against ICT. Because half those or third of those dudes in there are ICT traders and dudettes. Oh, we're gonna have a field day with that. That's the real competition here. What's the better trading style? And you know, we're friends with all these folks. We're friends with ICT. We're friends with everybody. But this comes down to who's got the better style. That's the real contest right there. You're just gonna copy trade me, LOL. Y'all are too funny. Yeah, Tanya's ICT, Brian is ICT. I think Amos is ICT as well. Looks like he was. Am I friends with Z from Traveling Trader? I don't believe I know who that is. What if Lance wins? If Lance wins, I'm gonna buy his boot camp for 10,000 people. That's a fact. You came in 21 out of 747 people, Keith? Bro, are you kidding? My man, that's awesome. Hell yeah. I'm proud of you, dude. That's cool. Very good job. No, Stock Magician. No, you have to join my team. Even though you trade ICT, you still have to join our team if you're from here. That doesn't matter. Join our team. It's okay if you bring the average down. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys are from here, rep here. Absolutely rep here. Is Matt Kors sign up for Rocket Scooter? If he does, we're doomed, man. We're absolutely doomed. I'm just kidding. Freaking Stock Magician's gonna crush it. You know it, dude. All you guys are gonna crush it. Big Daddy Max's opening range breakout versus Matt's MHP versus Tanya's ICT. Brian's fair value gap. I mean, we got this is a you know what I'm talking about? What's the better style of trading? Mike and Lance tried to sign up for the tournament, but his eyes are so bad. His eyes are so bad, he ended up on the Club Penguin website. Yeah. Nah, Stock, I was just messing with you. That was an ICT joke. You're actually... I was just kidding with you. I'm just throwing friendly shade out. But that's just, it's all friendly fun. All these things are always fun. We don't take them too seriously. We just have fun with it. Will Steve Kaboosh have a team? I don't see him on the list. A good way to compare trading styles. How the team rewards work? I think it's the team that has the highest cumulative profit. Let me ask him real quick. Okay. So you're not, so here's the answer with Tradeify. You're not allowed to go to both live and sim. So when you have a live account that you earn in this contest, your sim will be locked. It won't be gone. It'll just be locked. And when you blow up your live, you go right back to sim. That's pretty cool. Hold on. I got to open up the email again. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. So team settings. Ambassador will lead their own team, tie their unique referral code. Traders joining an ambassador's code or team with the code will automatically join that team. Each team will have its own leaderboard showcasing all traders competing under that ambassador's banner. Ambassadors can promote their leaderboard progress to the event to drive, engagement to the competition. Team rewards. The team with the winning trader, the grand champion. So the team with the winning trader, so whoever wins the tournament, whatever team they're on, will receive 25 grand in cash equivalent giveaways. So distributed between the ambassador and their team. So if somebody that wins the contest is on Team Rocket Scooter, we'll get 25,000 in giveaway stuff. We'll give that away to you guys. Bonus incentive. If a team surpasses 500 active participants, there will be an additional 5,000 last trader standing prize award to the final remaining trader within that team, regardless of their placement. Oh, nice. If we get 500 people sign up. That allows us to have our own champion inside of our own leaderboard. So whoever wins, if we have 500 people sign up, we get $5,000 to whoever wins inside of our team. Our own team. Very cool. That's hella good. Let's get 500 people to sign up. That's for sure. Stock Magician, I love you here, man. Like, honestly, love that you're here. I love that you guys... I think the people that are rational, smart traders end up here. The people that think the market differently than others end up here. This is the community of that. So that's a pretty cool prize. So we need to get 500 people to sign up. Which eval account do I recommend with Tradeify? I always use the straight to fundeds. I'll be honest with you. They have an advanced account, which is trailing drawdown. Take profit and even ETFs are slightly better. They're similar, but the other ones are kind of better. They have a growth account, but Funded Next and My Funded Future is slightly better for the value. But their straight to funded stands alone as the best in the industry. Their straight to funded is pretty solid. There's nobody that has a competitive straight to funded with them that's close to their offerings. Yeah. So that's the account. That's the only account I use with Tradeify. But they're all good. I'm not saying they're bad at all. They're all really good. Tradeify, I would rank like in my top 5 of firms, probably 5th or 6th place, probably. Of the hundreds out there, it's really good. Their straight to funded is #1 in its class. It's the best in class. The growth and the advanced are probably top 10 if I were to rank all prop accounts of that class out there. Decent if you like Tradeify, very decent. But you know me, we always look at the bottom line value. Yeah, the S2, the straight to funded is absolutely great. That's what I'm trading on my stream. I've got Funded Next and Tradeify straight to fundeds. I've been pushing those since February or March, February, March, to get to my live, which is coming up. I'm 9,000 away from going live. Do I have a setup video on tutorial on how to use the Rocket Scooter platform? In the Discord, in the boot camp, there's some videos. How to set up the platform, pre-market setup. Pre-market setup is the name of the video. It has all my platform setup stuff. Do you get eval ban after 100K sim payouts? No. So what happens, Kwong, and I've heard this is what, and I didn't ask him, but I know this from Pat. Somebody asked, do you get banned when you go live and blow up your lives? And Pat said no, because remember, Pat busted his live account. So he made like a couple hundred G's with Tradeify, then he made like 100 G's or something in the live, and then the live busted. And then somebody asked him if he could go back, and he said he could. So according to that one testimony, who's somebody that I know that made it through that path, you can still always go back to live. You're not locked. But I haven't verified that. I'll let you know if I bust the live account when I get it. Camille says, thanks to your streams and Rockstar, you passed the halfway point of eval today. Let's go. Congrats, man. Congrats. Any experience with Lucid? No, but I talked to those guys and I have to have a second meeting with them pretty soon. They're looking to be like pretty strong candidates for our next partner. Yeah. So the whole team is getting 5K if anybody won. But I think that means if we have 500 people sign up, then the last trader in our leaderboard, so whoever wins inside of our leaderboard, just us, gets a $5,000 prize for being the last trader standing in our community. Or no, wait, hold on. No. The last trader standing in the overall competition. That's what I think that means. So whoever from Rocket Scooter is the last person there, as long as we have 500 people sign up, they get a $5,000 prize. I think that's what it is. At what point should you stop using props and switch to your own accounts? As soon as you feel that you're ready. Props should be temporary. When you feel like you can trade and not lose money and not have to put more money into trading, and you've built a system where you have capital that you can fund yourself trading without putting any additional money, you don't need props anymore. Props are only a fallback when you blow up all your cash or you need to build a bankroll and you're good at doing it. You shouldn't need props at all. If you're good enough to go live and trade a live account, you're good enough to trade your own money. You'll make more money not trading in a prop. Which I always tell people, try to get away from props as fast as you can once you're making money with them. You don't need them at that point. Would you need 100K to start trading with your own money? That's a loaded question that everybody has a different answer. You need to have a couple things under control. To trade your own live account, you need to make sure that trading isn't your source of income. All your bills are already paid. That way you've got one fewer thing in the way of your trading, right? You can't have your trading be the source of your only source of income, because then you're relying on victory to just have your normal bills paid. And if you're behind, you're going to stress out and trade harder and overtrade, and ultimately it'll cause you to blow up. So have your bills paid for you know, if you need like a lump of cash and you're ready to quit your job and start trading, have like 2 years of bill money put aside. Like that way you don't have to worry at all. And again, people flex on that. Some people are like, I put 6 months away and I'm willing to jump back in. But it's going to take you a couple years to really get good at trading. You better put in a couple years of work. So have a couple years worth of bill money put aside. A year, I would say at best, or at worst, a year's worth of money. And then your trading capital never pulls from that money. Your trading, your bills never rely on your trading money, and then you're just purely drawing a box around you and trading. And that's it. Whether you win or whether you lose, your lifestyle isn't affected, your family isn't affected, etc. And you need to make sure that you don't lose that money. And if you lose that money, you need to make sure you have enough to supplement that so that you don't lose all your trading capital. Props will help supplement that, or a job or whatever is a way to supplement that too. But you need to create a way to keep putting money in the system to replenish the money that you've lost. Props is a great way to do that. But you shouldn't be digging into your life savings and whittling yourself to zero with nothing left to pursue your life as a day trader. It's an unhealthy way to do that. So keep your job and trade at night, or keep your job and go to work 2 hours late, but tell your boss, I'll stay 2 hours later. I'm going to practice this. I got this personal thing I do. Or, you know, skip lunch. Do whatever you can that you cannot interrupt your lifestyle. It'd be many years to be able to support yourself as a trader. You don't want money to be any part of the equation. You want money to just be a bunch of numbers on the screen. Don't do the all or nothing mentality. Yeah, that's toxic, man. All or nothing, you're doomed. You're gonna die. You're gonna lose everything. Die to the market. I used to be the person sitting. I'd be in the meetings as an engineer while I was working as a consultant. My early days of trading and working, I'd go in there and work, and I'd be sitting there staring at my phone and making trades in my office. And you know, I've been there. I spent 5 years working and trading, off and on. You know, have a job for a contract job for 3 months, take off and trade, go back to work, take off and trade. I'd supplement my income by picking up an odd job here and there, going and working for 3 months. You know, making 100K. You know, saving it up, putting the money away for bills, taking the rest, putting into trading. I had a really, as a consultant, I had a really high fee because I was a specialist, so I could charge a lot of money for these small projects I would do. Very few people did what I did. So I got lucky, and I had a pretty easy way to replenish my funds. I'd go grab a job. And hello. Howdy, how you feeling? How's the fence job?
Well, they had material different because they ran out.
It's amazing.
You think they crisp?
I'm just snacking on it right now. What's up with you?
Nothing. I have to jump into a meeting. And I cancel the rest of it.
Okay. You here to hang out?
Huh?
Or do you need something, or are you here to hang out?
I'm just here to hang out and just
hang out.
decompress for a second.
Pull up a chair. I thought you were coming here to ask me about material or something.
No, not yet. Not
Let me move the money gun.
No, not until they come back.
Mhm.
What's that over there? Yeah.
So I was a chemical engineer, and my subspecialty was reaction engineering. I was a reactor design, economics, optimization, and catalyst expert. So I worked in catalysis. So basically, like large chemical plants and refineries. I'd get a gig to go help them repack their reactor full of catalyst. Reactor is a giant, tube full of tubes, giant thing. And, they're all different. I specialize in heterogeneous, homogeneous, all different ones. They have a bunch of different tubes that go through this giant reactor. Thing could be 50 feet, 100 feet tall, whatever. Or this giant open vat, and they load it with pellets. Like I would help them basically fill this thing up. Like to dump the old catalysts out, safely dispose of it, load up the new stuff. It's a very, very, very complicated process. It required teams of dozens of people working around the clock to get it done. Sometimes took a whole month to do it. Like the stuff is highly toxic and poisonous, so you can't just dump it onto the ground or dump it out, because it turns to like it's dusty, and that dust will send like neurotoxin in the air and poison the neighborhood. So, and also when you lay out catalyst and inert substance, there's a way you have to pour it so that it distributes evenly and stuff. And so I used to like go in there, and they'd hook me up with a harness. And like it was called a yo-yo, which was just you'd have a harness, and they put this giant like steel cord on you, and they would have this sort of like apparatus above it where you would just basically hang on to it, and they push a button, and it would lower you into this reactor. Like it lowered me like 100 feet inside of a reactor. If you're claustrophobic, it would completely destroy you, and I'm claustrophobic for sure. I had to go in there with a full hazmat suit on, with a respirator on, and investigate every layer they poured that stuff. And I'd have to do calculations for different types of catalysts on the rate at which they pour, and the type, like the size of the nozzle and stuff. And it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I used to do, this is a crazy job. So as an engineer, I would inspect for the quality. So usually like the plant would hire a team to fill up the reactors or take the stuff out and put the stuff in. And I would be the representative of the plant, who was an expert that would work with like the plant engineer. And I would consult on like basically me and the engineer would check off, yeah, they did it right. Or we'd make them redo it or something.
That's why you're so meticulous in particular. Because you're trained.
Yeah.
You did as a job. You were trained to find these little inconsistencies.
Yeah, because I remember, one time I was sitting there in my office, and I peeked out the window, and I could see they had these giant 2,000-pound supers. They're giant sacks, like 2,000 pounds. They lift it with a crane. They drop it in. They're supposed to have this double sack around this hopper. A hopper is just a thing that's shaped like this, so solids like fall into it and fall at the bottom. And they opened the sack, and then they were dumping the hopper. But I can see behind it, it was dark. And there was lighting. It's like this orange lighting at the plant. And I can see plumes of dust, like just sort of kicking out the side of it. And I'm like running up there, no, stop. And I remember I had to do that one time because they weren't properly securing the bag. We built this thing to secure around the hopper because it was, I think this was like nickel oxide catalyst. And it'll turn you into a zombie. It'll fuck your brain up.
The new drug.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Like, yeah. So I remember having some kind of emergencies, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" So I had like untrained labor, so you had to fill out like an environmental spill report. EPA and all that stuff is like very strict about what you can and can't do. TCEQ. 666 viewers. No, we need one more viewer.
Yeah. Do you mind?
What?
Drawing what you explained to the guy.
What?
Supposed to, you want to draw on this, the fence that you explained to the guy.
Why?
They're not here. They haven't started. They just started putting the frame up to go higher, but I don't know what it is I'm paying attention to. Like straightness, and also it's gonna go high above the actual fence, right?
Yeah, slightly higher. Yeah. You want me to draw? You want me to draw something for you? Look, this was happening. All right. So the fence, so the fence currently right now is like that. Okay. Our fence needs to be like, oops, sorry, oops, it's the wrong thing. Our fence needs to be flat. So they're going to have to build above the slope because the fence slopes. You see what I'm saying? The existing fence slopes like this. So we have to build above it to make it flat. And this, like this, these little green lines, oops, sorry, right here. This is the existing fence. Okay. And we're going to build above it. So we're going to put like our planks like this. Okay. And so that fence that's sloping is going to be behind it. We won't see it. The neighbors will see, you know, like a slope on their end. And so it's this little triangle is peeking over their fence.
It's not our problem.
Yeah. They can, yeah, exactly. They can eat a dick. I'm just kidding. Our neighbors are cool.
They are.
Fuck those guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What they did to you?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, they'll be fine with it. It's only going to peak up about, like the grade on this is probably going to peak out like an inch, maybe an inch and a half.
But everything is going to be the same in terms of like support beam halfway through each.
Right. So like looking at the side of the fence, you know, we have 678 viewers.
Whew.
So looking at the side of the fence, pretend like we were to cut the fence in half and we now had a cross section of the fence. Okay. You've got this, you've got a foot of baseboard on the fence down here. Okay. And then you've got like a little lip like so on the top of the fence, right? Like this. And then of course this is the thickness of the fence. Kind of does.
Yeah.
This fence is going to the fucking moon, baby. So what they're gonna do is they're going to get some 2x4s and they're gonna fill this in right here. We're gonna just fill it in. Follow what I'm saying? So they're going to essentially put in a piece of wood that's a 2x4 here to make it a flat surface. And then we're gonna come on top of that.
All throughout the entire fence, or just like every couple so then they have something to anchor it to?
No, this board is going, and when you look like at the fence this way, this little 2x4, there's going to be one like here and one like here. It's just going to make a frame into the existing fence.
Okay.
There's the lip.
Gotcha.
And then there's the lip here, right? So just going to put these 2x4s spaced about maybe 4 feet apart. And you're going to put the boards across it like this.
Okay.
The idea though is that it's going to, the 2x4 is going to make a flat surface here. That way, when you actually come through and we anchor the boards, the board has to hang over the lip just a little bit at the top. The boards are going to go like this. So the boards are going to go that way, right? We're looking at the fence this way.
Yeah.
And it's going to peak just above the top of the fence. And you're going to have your little space like that, and your space like that, space like that, and then your boards are going to do that. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to completely cover up the entire fence. The neighbors will be able to peek at this on one side. And since the fence, so what happening, guys?
6'6",
It's crazy, dude. So since, yeah, so our fence basically, guys, like on the side, the fence like slopes down a little bit towards the house because of the grading. So the fence kind of does this on two sides. So they're going to have to build like to where it looks flat, and it'll look flat to us. It won't look flat to the neighbors, whatever. And then the backyard, which is weird, the fence just sort of like slopes up like that, some weird reason. So the neighbors will see like basically something like that on the left side of the yard. Yeah. That's it. I hope they...
Minimal changes so that they should really see anything. They're
Well,
so strict about the fence. That's why people just hammer on top or whatever.
yeah. You cleared this project with the HOA, right?
No.
the hell?
Because Tracy, she told me it's better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission.
All right.
That's why she hardscaped all the way to the edge. She's like, I didn't even know that we couldn't like build on top of this, but ask for forgiveness and not for permission.
Ask for forgiveness is what they tell you to tear it down.
They can just tell you to shape the top, so then, because you're not altering the original fence.
That's what assholes say.
Dude, we pay way too much for this HOA. We can do whatever the hell we want. No, because the more ADHD neighbor that we have, which is where the fence slopes the most, she has like these tall plants that are growing really, really tall for the purpose of covering that ugly fence.
Yeah.
So because it's there, she's not gonna see it. And she is cool. She likes pickle.
Yeah. Our neighbors are pretty cool. They're probably not
Yeah.
complaining.
It's the one in front of us that I don't know, and they're the ones with the dogs that bark at people and bark back. Yesterday, I went over to their house to ring the doorbell to say, hey, we're gonna do some construction, but they didn't go to the door.
We should invite them over for wine at our fire pit and then secure that like relationship. That way they don't complain.
Yeah.
Easy as that. Deleted so HOA can't harass you. Yeah, they're like a Gestapo, dude. They really are. Can I explain options on Robinhood? I don't know what you mean by that question. What do you mean options on Robinhood? I don't know anything about Robinhood. I've never used it. Is it better to trade off MHP or HP? They're both pivots. MHP is a stronger pivot. They're both pivots. They both provide pivoting. A monthly hedge pressure is slightly stronger than hedge pressure. This doesn't end well for y'all's hero pickle. Yeah, I know, right? Can't believe Nasdaq's all the way back up to the top. That was a great catch. Who here? Guys, did you trade the MHP hedge pressure today? This was balling, man. Now, again, we're all the way back to DD with negative res, so I'm not really like eager to touch this anymore or trade this. But S&P is EST every single time, back above MHP. Oh my God. A quick little run there. What a crazy trade. Should I take the EST? All right, I'll take it just to finish up the day. On the bounce, only the bounce only though. What a crazy fucking day, man. Look at this nonsense. Nasdaq's mostly returned to the top, but S&P's barely moved. Well, Nasdaq's got a little bit more to go, I guess. S&P res still negative, Nasdaq res still negative. I don't know, guys. I think you warded off that catalyst pretty well. This is the original MHP setup. All right. Let's get it. Hold MHP, baby. And MHP res is negative, so I'm not super excited about this trade. Okay. this account here. To 550 something. Okay, good. EST every single time. Let's hit it. This is an IP, so below MHP it's pretty gross. I'm gonna bet the MHP hold though. Bump 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 digga 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 doo. Dun, 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 dun. Don't sell off today. Hang in there. One more go at this one. ESG means every single time. When the lower box is the bottom off screen, might be good to show in the box, like on ES right now. The box bottom, you can't tell what it is. Wait, what do you mean? Box bottom, what? When the lower box has the bottom off the screen, like this one. Unless I scroll down, I can't see the label. Which label? This one? Yeah, the labels are overlapping. I put in a note for these not to be. I put in the bottom one. This one right here. Oh, you mean this label right here? Yeah, well, you don't need to see that label until you're at that pivot. This isn't a pivot here. You don't need to see a label here because there's no pivot there. Good question. We've had that conversation in the tech team. Bullzone top is not a pivot. Good question, though. Negative resilience is going to have a hard time supporting here. But hopefully the liquidity pocket monthly hedge pusher reclaim will maybe be the end of this run today. It's because I don't need daily payouts. Why TPT is not your favorite firm? TPT is in the top 3, 100%. TPT is in my top 3. That's for sure. I don't even use them, but they're in the top 3. I would say they're my rank number 3. My Infinite Futures has like the most value. Funded Next has the best accounts, and Take Profit has the best payouts. With Tradeify, we get 30% off Santiago, so I don't know what the total amount would be at the 50K. You might check it out. Touch our pivots. Oh yeah, you guys hear some, we got some song submissions. We should go through them. Check them out real quick. Hold on. Dude, the songs are like so meta, dude. Like I can't even. Matt took a breath this morning. Ooh, Matt took another breath. And they're quick.
What the heck for?
Where has Matt gone? He's been gone for 5 minutes. Matt, please come back. Hopefully the song brings you back. That's hilarious, dude. All right, you guys. I promised y'all I would do a Fund Index giveaway, and I'll do that now. All right, let me clean up the participants here. Fund Index giveaway. I want to hear the Spanish song again. Type in FN for Fund Index. FN, FN, FN. Y'all got 10 seconds. 9, 8, I'm spinning the wheel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low dots, winner number 1. Honestly, this is one of my favorite of the new songs. I love it. Low dots, I'm typing in chat, baby. Let's go. Adventure Rigs, next winner. Gabriel. That's so festive, man. That goes really great with like a giveaway. The wheel spin. Tap this long in 3 of my accounts here. That's it. The one on the screen. To my fun and next. These 2 guys. Push them a little harder. Perfect. Jeffrey All, you are the next winner. Type something in chat to claim your prize, sir. I love the graphic go with it too. That's hilarious. Oh wait, touch our pivots. I haven't heard this one. How many is that? 4? That's it. Yeah, we're just doing 4 Fun and X accounts today. Congrats, y'all. All right, the 4 Fun and X account winners is what you need to do to claim your prize. Congrats, you guys. Love giving away these. Y'all got 25K rapids. Congrats, congrats. Jeffrey Hall. Gabriel. Low dots. Oh, what the heck? Okay. What's up?
If you do any modifications, including installing security cameras and lights, still needs H4. And nobody does that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you want to alter your lights, you have to ask for permission. If you want to install security cameras.
Well, but that's because it's the facing to the street. That's a big deal. But backyard should be different.
Yeah.
As long as you don't impede your neighbors, you should be fine.
Yeah. It says landscaping still also needs approval, but I'm gonna do what our neighbor did. Just don't do it. Don't ask.
Yeah. We'll beg for forgiveness later. That's fine.
Yeah. Make the.
Well, the worst they can do.
But just make us tear the top out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out later. I don't care. They can eat a dick. What?
This is what successful traders are like. They can eat a dick.
Yeah. This is Wall Street mentality. It's not Sesame Street. I'm gonna tell them that.
Yeah.
You gotta take your fence down. This is Wall Street, not Sesame Street. They're like, what are you talking about, sir? Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Who respects our backyard anyway?
Nobody will, unless you piss off your neighbors, and they'll come out there.
Like, if you want to change grass to turf, you also need a spit.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody
I know.
does it.
Yeah. Who cares? What's the worst gonna happen? Until us take it down.
Dude has a whole putting green in his backyard.
That's right. The 4 of you guys at 1. So what you do, go to the Discord. The link is in the description below. Go to the contest channel. Find an admin named Slack. Send him a message. Show him your YouTube ID. Take a screenshot of it. Have an account with Funded Next already. Provide him with the email address that you have with Funded Next. You guys are going to love it. Funded Next Rapids are fantastic. It's 4 days to pay out. It's the quickest payout in all the props. The accounts are less than $100. 1 day pass, which is perfect. There's 40% consistency, so you get paid in 3 days on your eval side. And I am running right up to profit. Let me close this out. Each of these had 5 S&P contracts. This one's closed, and now that one's closed. I got in right at the low. I'm just grabbing my 10 points. I'm going to call it upper DD band. We're close enough. I know I should hold to the overshoot, but I'm going to be a wuss and close out. All my accounts are now officially green. I've officially made 40K today. That's a fantastic trading day. Round of applause for the winners of today's giveaway. And of course, don't forget to enter the Tradeify competition under Team Rocket Scooter. I think that's 40K. Let's double check. Chat GPT, give me the love, baby. How does options calling work? Taco, I don't understand your question about options. 41,722. Why are you not profiting on your points? Taco, I don't understand what you're saying. How do you connect to the Rocket Scooter team? Modern leads, you have to have signed up using Rocket Scooter code. If you didn't sign up using Rocket Scooter code, you need to talk to customer service and let them know that. Taco is, just a quick question. Is English not your first language? Maybe that's why I'm understanding you. You mind rephrasing what you said? If you don't mind, I'll try to answer your question. I'm sorry, I'm not following what you're asking me. Why are you not profiting on your points? How does options calling work? I don't really understand you, brother. If you don't mind rephrasing, I'm trying to help you. Mobile app for trading, Robinhood is awful. You're just speaking like fragmented, so I don't understand the point you're trying. So the mobile app for trading, Robinhood is awful. Okay. How do you profit from your points? Like, this is why I don't understand. Which I'm sorry, man. I don't follow your question, bud. You try again. How will the 25K for the winning team be split? That I don't know. You are calling options on Robinhood. Okay. You're just new. Oh, okay, my bud. My bad. You're just like, when you're talking like a sentence at a time, I usually thought sometimes, dude, we get people watch a show from like all over the world. So my first assumption is I'm just the fucking moron that can't understand what people are saying. But I figured, okay, so you're trading Robinhood, but I've never touched Robinhood. I have no idea how it works. So somebody here might be able to answer him. He's trying to trade Robinhood, guys, and the app is like trash. So you might help him out. Is it like, are you trying to figure out how you execute a trade? Like, what's actually the problem? You don't mind, dude? I'll help you out as much as I can. I can. I don't have any experience with Robinhood though, so someone here might be able to help. So you're talking about like if the option expired in the money and the assignment process? You mean call options, not calling options? So like a call option basically means that you have a right. Okay, so you got 672 calls. All right, so you bought some calls. So basically what happens is when the stock goes up, the calls go up in value. When the stock goes down, the calls go down in value. As time goes on, the stocks naturally decay in value. The best way to understand some of this stuff is called Greeks, right? And the most important ones you can understand, your option is a bucket with water in it, okay? All right, and you have a call option, which is like this level. If price is moving towards the call option, there's a faucet, right? That sort of like turns on a little bit of water to fill up the bucket. As the option passes through, or the price passes through the strike, the faucet's on full blast, filling that bucket up. And this is value. Theta is a time decay, which is a number that just says the option loses value over time. Theta is a hole in the side of the bucket that sort of like loses water as it's filling up. So an option is a balance of a lot of things, but these are the two main things. The value it gains from the stock going up minus the value it loses from the time it takes for the stock to go up. If the stock goes up here in the first day versus if the stock takes like a week and then goes up, the buckets will have a different amount of liquid in them, if that makes a lot of sense. The longer something takes, the less value it's going to have. Does that make sense? All right. So like the best way to explain it is that like theta is a clock ticking against you. The longer it takes, you're going to lose money. And the worst part about theta is if your option is here and price is at the money, your theta gain is the biggest. The hole in the bucket is the largest whenever you're at the money. When you're out of the money or in the money, that hole starts getting smaller the further away you are from the option. But when you're like smacked out on the money, the hole's the biggest, right? So usually what traders do if they're buying out of the money options, the minute you get to at the money, right when you pass through it, traders start taking profit because that theta starts really ticking down. Unless you just blast through it and keep going, and that delta keeps filling it up with that faucet, theta kind of pulls against you. So options are very complicated, and you gotta like study the Greeks. And I'll tell you, options are the hardest thing to trade. I will advise you to like really learn all the components of options. Study the Greeks and what they do. And the best explanation, delta is the faucet. The amount at which the faucet turns on is gamma, so it's the acceleration of the faucet speeding up. And then theta is the hole. And then you've got basically like the three main Greeks that people focus on. They all sort of micromanage how that hole changes and how that faucet turns on. But basically options gain value and lose value at the same time at different rates. And ultimately, you want it to go up as everything balances out and that you're making money. Technically speaking, if the stock goes up, the call's going to go up. But if it doesn't go up far enough or fast enough, the call may not go up enough to make you any profit. That's why options are hard, because you're trying to trading like three things at once. With the stock or with a futures contract, I'm going to long here and I'm going to trade to there, and that's it. It doesn't matter if it just sits there all day and then goes. It doesn't matter if it goes down and up. It doesn't matter if it goes back in time, which never happens, but then goes up. It's the same trade. With an option, you're trading where it goes, how long it takes to get there, and how it gets there. That is much different than that over the same time frame. The choppiness is IV. That's the third thing that's kind of more important. Greeks like delta, theta, and IV. This is delta. Where it goes, theta is how long it takes to get there, and IV is how it gets there. If it's like this, it's much different than that. These will have way different values at the end of the line. So options are trading three things at once. Is delta actually a faucet brand? That's hilarious. I didn't know that. So with options, you're trading three things at once, and you got to nail all three of those things to win your trade. That's what makes options hard. You got to pick the right price and the right timing and the right volatility construct. If you buy the option when IV is high, like the market's doing this, and you're buying call options, the minute the market slows down, your options premium is going to sink, because that volatility that unexpected price move builds into the price of the option. So if it's very volatile, as a rule of thumb, your option is going to blow up like a balloon. And when the volatility goes away, it's going to shrink very quick. So you got to be careful when buying options that the IV isn't extraordinarily high. In periods like now, volatility might be slightly higher. So your option will cost a little bit more money. Yeah. So options are like and I'll tell you, options are very difficult. I didn't even touch options for like the first 10 years of trading. I didn't understand them. But when day trading them, they're just extraordinarily hard compared to trading anything else, because you have to actually guess at three things at once. So it's a lot harder. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but it's definitely harder. And don't forget the volatility fool called Vega that's like shaking the bucket. Yeah. So then you got other options. That's a good example of it. Vega, which is shaking the bucket. So then you get like a lot of other weird effects, like, yeah. Then you get like Charm and Vanna, which are secondary faucets that add value based on additional pressure from delta hedging. And then every once in a while, somebody shoots a water hose in it every once in a while. IV is implied volatility. Yeah. So hopefully that helps explain to you, bud. Like I kind of tell people that options are very difficult because of that. And it just requires you to really learn a lot of technical stuff. And it's also is very math heavy too. Like somebody like me loves the math and I'll like to dive into it, but trying to find simple explanations like we kind of gave you is the easiest way to understand it. You'll read the math and just be like, what the hell is this crap? The math on options is very complex, and it's like, designed for scientists and math nerds to follow. It's not designed for like normal folks like me or like anyone else. Just like, hey, I was gonna get into trading. What's up with this? Options look cool, but then they're very complex. But people that master options sort of like have this knack for playing all three things at once. And most people that want a simpler trading path typically go into futures because it doesn't have Greeks and all that extra stuff with it. But yeah, you have to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, no problem, man. Glad to give you some info about it. If I'll tell you if it means anything to you, I don't even day trade options because they're hard. Like, as much as you guys watch me trade and you're like, Matt's a pretty good trader or whatever, or you maybe think I suck. I don't day trade options because they're hard. That's point blank. And then also you on short-term capital gains tax is a lot higher than your taxes on futures per dollar you make. So with all that added complexity, man, the government slaps you in the back of the head even if you do win a lot harder. So then you like you have a harder path to make some gains, and then you get taxed a little higher on it. So then it's like day trading options is like, why even do it? Unless you just really want to trade the stock with massive amount of leverage, which is why you would do it. Basically, like if you're trading Tesla and you buy some Tesla shares, yeah, look, it went up 5% one day. Yeah, but your option go up 500%. That's why people day trade options, to make hundreds and thousands of dollars a percent in scambling. Now, you can get rid of a lot of those effects like theta and stuff by trading like 0-day options and things. You're really just basically like racing the clock of one day instead of trying to pick which day it hits the target. Then a lot of people trade 0 days to kind of remove a lot of that Greek effects, and it's an all or nothing trade. You either hit the money or you don't hit the money. If you hit the money, you win big. If you don't hit the money, you lose all. But at least you don't have to worry about timing all those additional effects. You're just betting on, does this target hit today or not? So people start doing 0-day options because it's a lot more it's a lot simpler, but the risk is higher in return. Like with the 0-day, you're not there looking at the Greeks. 0-day option, you buy an out of the money option, and if you hit the target, you make a fortune. If you don't, you lose everything. So if you're doing 0 days, make sure that you limit your risk per day on what you're willing to lose. So if I have like 100 grand in my account, and I'm like, okay, I'll let myself lose 1% a day. Then I'll spend $1,000 at most on a 0-day. If I lose, the whole thing is gone. If I win, I can make 2,000 or 3,000, 100%, 300%, whatever gain. No EST, not today, dude. I'm flat. I'm literally gonna be flat for like the rest of the day. This market's scaring me, man. I got Google calling me. What the hell is this? Hello, hello, hello. Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. So I just want to check if handle rocket student I assigned manager.
For what?
The Google Ads.
Oh, okay. You are the sign manager for Google Ads. I have a question. How come I get like 20 or 30 people that email me that say they're the assigned manager for my Google Ads account?
By the end of my account will also.
Okay. Oh,
For now, I am assigned.
okay.
The end of November, my account.
Excellent, excellent. So just very quickly, what do you call them for? I don't understand what you need. What? I don't understand. What are these programs? What are you talking about? Oh, a free consultation? Oh, no, man, that's okay. I appreciate the call, but no, thank you. Oh, no, that's okay, man. I'm totally fine. Totally fine. Nah, I don't need it, man. No, I don't need it. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you. Enjoy your day. You guys are so funny. Should I hard pitch him Rocket Scooter? You know what I should do? I should do these phone calls and be like, I should turn into a sales pitch and convince him the day trade and leaves Rocket Scooter. I should turn around and sell him instead. Yeah. You could tell he was hard selling because it took 3 no's to get him off the phone. Yeah. That's too funny. What do you think gold is going to do, Charles? Man, I wish I had an answer. I don't know anything about gold. I'm honest with people about that. I don't try to make a guess either, because people will be like, oh, Matt said it's going up, so whatever. I'll tell you, I know zero about gold and its mechanics. It's not my strong suit, so I don't like to comment on it. I like to focus on the things I feel like I know and tell people, you know, with gold, I would figure out, like, you know, some people here might know more about it, but I got nothing to say. Flip it like in Boiler Room. See if he'll buy your newspaper. Oh, dude, I love that movie, man. The bucket analogy is the best explanation you ever heard. It makes it sound so simple. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. The math is like in minus out equals accumulation. It's like your first law of thermodynamics, you know, like what goes into a system minus what comes out of the system is what's left over is the residual value, you know. And I think that's probably the easiest way to explain it. And I like the I like the thing like Vega is like someone shaking the bucket and stuff. I think we should make like a t-shirt like with all the different Greeks and what they actually are to the bucket. That's actually pretty genius to think about, like some of these things you guys came up with. Oh, so you'll join my team, Carrie, for the Grand Cup. So the benefit for it is if you win, you get a $200,000 prize. I think it's like 200 and then 80 and then 60 or something. There's a bunch of cash prizes. If our team wins, oh, I need to ask him, what does it mean when team wins? Oh, okay, last question. Okay, so I'm asking him right now, but basically what the team is that like everybody that signs up gets assigned to some team, like an ambassador. And then so the team that places the highest with however they're doing the score, I'm asking about it now, gets a prize. If we have more than 500 people on our team, which we should easily get, then the last person from our team that's surviving at the end gets a $5,000 prize. So say like we're all there, but none of us win the tournament. But Carrie, you're like the last person alive after they narrow people down, and you're the highest placing person from our team. You'll get a $5,000 prize also. So the team is going to get, I think, $25,000 in prizes if the team wins. No, sorry. If the grand prize winners, sorry, if whoever wins the top prize, that team gets $25,000 to spend on stuff. I think it's like prop accounts or whatever to give away to the community. So if our team wins, I'm going to give away the team prize to you guys in some fashion. The grand prize team winner, he's giving the answer right now. EST, dude, second time MHP. Oh my God, dude, this day is going crazy. The grand prize winner's team will win, then the best within each team will win. Okay. Okay, so the winning team doesn't get anything. Okay. Like, okay, so here's the thing. So the winning, okay, the only prizes that come from the team are the last person standing gets $5,000 and the winning team gets 25,000. If the winning trader, that team gets 25,000. But then I said, okay, so how do we know which team wins? He goes, we don't have anything for that. So for team against team, I said we should do a bragging rights thing. You guys should have a leaderboard to show which team is winning in total, just so we can poke each other on socials for fun with some like friendly rivalries and shit talk. And he said, let me put that in the suggestions. So maybe they'll add that suggestion and where you can have like which team is doing the best as a whole. Like maybe like to make it fair, the top 20 or so from each team, or just cumulative. He first will not to make it a who is bigger. Yeah, Dan, he gets it. Who is bigger? Yeah. Yeah, normalize it somehow. Or highest average. Or highest average. Yeah, that's cool. So I'm going to try to get Tradeify to make some kind of like... Yeah. Some kind of like leaderboard so that the teams can talk shit to each other. It wouldn't be fun if we can't talk some smack to each other for fun. So difference between Tradeify and Tradeify prop. Nothing, dude. Tradeify prop is a marketing thing. Let me explain to you what Tradeify prop is. So Tradeify, you guys have a monopoly on prop firms. If you started a prop firm, it was under Tradeify's umbrella. They owned the whole thing. How to, like, the data feeds, the platform, everything. Then Project X enters the house and starts also allowing people to make prop firms on their platform. Now, prop firm world is split. Half the people here, half the people here. So Tradeify prop is a marketing tactic that was invented when firms like TopStep switched to Project X and also cut off Tradeify completely, and therefore Tradeify lost all that money. Tradeify makes $42 per account. $30 per account. When you sign up for a prop firm, $30 goes up the ladder to Tradeify, and a $12 data feed goes to them as well. When you cut out that revenue stream, Tradeify's losing some big customers like TopStep. They got to figure out a way to market the prop firms under their own umbrella. So Tradeify prop is just a marketing thing where they're trying to market the prop firms that are underneath them in their umbrella for dominance in the space. Essentially, it's a marketing thing to market every firm that uses them as an API. That's all that it is. Essentially, they're marketing their team versus the other team. So it's an anti-Project X marketing campaign. Tradeify prop is no different than Tradeify as it is. It's a rebranding. Yeah. Yeah, a long time ago, I thought Tradeify... I had a meeting with the Tradeify prop people to work on. They want us to partner with them and stuff. And I was like, is this a prop firm? They're like, no. It's like, Tradeify props is effort we're doing. And I was like, okay, so is it a marketing thing so you can market against Project X? And the guy was like, yeah, so you get it. And I was like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, I'm on board. I hate Project X. It's garbage. How can I help? So I was like, sign me up, because Project X is terrible. I hate it. TopStep X especially, like, again, it's just my personal taste. I don't copy trade, so I need the different DOMs. I have to use Ninja Tradeify because it lets me balance multiple accounts with ease. How do they benefit with firms like cheap Apex that has cheap evals by volume? Well, with Apex operates at a loss. Remember, you sell a $200 account, right? Apex evals, they sell at a loss. That's how their model is pretty simple. You sell a $200 account for 90% off at 20 bucks. Then they lose money. Minus the 42, they're down 22 in the hole. But the minute you pass one of those accounts, you're paying 150 bucks to activate it. So at the end of the day, they make their money from activation fees. They lose money on the eval sale. Right? So you gave them 170 bucks. Tradeify took 42. They made 130 bucks off the older deal. Now, the first account is 30 bucks with Tradeify, by the way. Tradeivate. Each additional account is $5. That's where the extra money is made. So, so if you open 20 accounts, Tradeivate will take 30 plus 19, the other 19 accounts times 5, which is 45. So the total that they'll take is $75. What Apex and other firms that do 20 accounts hope is that you're going to buy multiple accounts and activate multiples, and then they're going to make a fortune. So that's how that really works. Yeah, and Apex supports things like copy trading that you blow out faster. Yeah. And you buy 20 accounts at the same time. It's a great gimmick. Like, yeah, you think about it, right? You buy a paper account for 200 bucks and then you cut it by 90%. So now you bought it for $20. It's the same paper account. And then you buy 20 of those. And now you spent $400 for, again, 20 paper accounts, which is one giant paper account. It's paper and paper. It's the greatest. And then you're going to pay $1,600. No, actually, it's $150 times 20 now, right? So, $3,000. 3,400 bucks for something that advertises $20, and you think you get 20 of them, you end up paying about 3,400 bucks to go all the way in. So yeah, it's one of the greatest marketing gimmicks in history of trading. The 90% off sale with the massive activation fee at the tail end. They have a $200 item that, first of all, they've convinced you to pay $400 for, and you don't even know it. Yeah, sorry, 19 times 5 is 95, plus the 30 is 125. My bad. I'm tired, my math is off. Yeah, so essentially a $200 fake account, and you can buy it for 90%, and then you can buy 20 of them, and then you chain them all together with a copy trader. So here's your thing. Buy it for cheap. Buy 20 of them. Put it back together as one, and now it costs you 400 bucks. Brilliant. I say brilliant. If you all see the brilliance there, it's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, MFFU is still better per account cost. The only thing is the max payout capped. Right. And Fund and Next, same thing. Better per account cost, uncapped payout though. But then they have consistency on Fund and Next. So they're both better. And Apex, infinitely better. Can I explain why Nasdaq pivoted on hedge pressure today on MHP? Overshoots. It's just, again, markets are random. There's no rhyme or reason as to why things happen. You're just taking your best guess. Why did it pivot here? Because the buyers were here. Now, why did it overshoot? Things aren't exact in the stock market. It tried to hold here. It just overshot. The volatility allowed it to overshoot. The stock market's random. You know, they're all attempted pivots. Now, you see there's a cluster of them here. So in a massive selling pressure, it's not just going to fall and exactly pivot. It's going to fight, right? But you have support here and support here, support at liquidity pocket and support at here. You got all four of these are like, buyers are at all of these. On which one is going to hold the market, we don't ever know. I take a guess at each one of them. And today it happened to hit through all four of them and then sort of made its way back up. But you can see when they're all clustered together, this whole range is like, you know, support. But when volatility is high, you're going to see overshoots. And that's just normal, you know, and the market overshoots. I allow it to overshoot the distance of the largest 1 minute candle in the last hour. This one for Nasdaq 900 down to 830 was 70 points. And as you see, it like overshoot MHP by 70 points. That's usually what you'll get from volatile markets. What is going on with the bins? Hold on. Oh, I'm needed. Okay, I got to go downstairs. I'll be back. Dang, what'd y'all do to the market, man? What the hell? More fence stuff. It's looking really good now. They're doing a good job. Woo, out of breath. So it looks like we're breaking MHP into close here. This has been one hell of a trading day, guys. I honestly am so glad. I'm lucky by not touching the market here. I'm perfectly cool with where I landed today. God, man, what a fucking lucky day today. Only one of my trades went red and I turned it green by the end of the day. What is that? What was my total P&L today? 41.7. $41.2 today. That's pretty good. Can I, consistent investors, can I say happy birthday to your 6-year-old son, Yosef? Happy birthday, buddy. I want to wish you happy birthday, Yosef. I have a 7-year-old myself. You guys will probably be friends. So happy birthday, and I hope you have the best birthday ever. And get lots of presents and have a good time with your family. Is it my birthday today? No, I got like next week. Next week, man, is my birthday. The 25K team prizes split. I think it's $25,000 worth of stuff they give to me to give to y'all. I think that's how it goes. Let me double check. The team with the winning trader. So if you win the grand prize, like you're the top winner at the whole contest, the team you're on gets $25,000 in cash equivalent giveaways, which I'm assuming is $25,000 with the prop accounts distributed between the ambassador and their team. So they'll give me $25,000 worth of accounts and to give away to y'all. Oh. So what I'll do is I'll probably give it away to everybody that's in the competition, and I'll have some way to reward maybe the top, like example, if they give me 50 accounts, then I'll give the account to the top 50. That's how I'll distribute it if I get the choice to just choose who I give it to. I'll give it to the top 50 or however many placing people. I'll divide it up that way. So Reflex, we have a special for 149 now. There's a thing that we have that the first month is 99, but the second month is $40 off, and it stays that way forever. It's a grandfathered in 149 before our prices go to 199 full time, which is, you know, eventual. Tradeify, Merlin, if you sign up for this Tradeify competition, the link is in this post I have. This I made a poll on the stream. You can see the link. They're having a contest that if you enter it, it costs $35 to enter, or if you bought any account with Tradeify, you automatically enter. And if you place top 200 of this contest, you get a live account. If you get first place, you get $200,000 cash prize. And if you sign up for the contest, you have to put in code Rocket Scooter because you'll join my team. And if somebody wins the contest, whatever team they're on gets a prize. So if one of you guys win, we'll get a prize to give out to everybody. And so you want to be on the winning team, which obviously is, you know, this team right here, clearly. Do I need an account already? Yeah. So if you have an account with them already and you've bought a prop account with them, you'll get a contest account when the contest starts. If you don't, you just go pay $35 and they'll give you an account. Yeah. When does the grandfather end? We haven't decided. We've had it for a little bit. Originally, we were gonna like keep it for the first 10,000 customers, and then we went way over 10,000, and we just kept it. And the idea is, as we get bigger and have more stuff, our prices will raise, but you guys won't. It'll stay the same. Do you need a buffer for the legacy accounts? You don't need one, but it's very like impossible to like keep an account going if you don't leave a buffer in it. After you take a payout, like I try to leave a big fat chunk of buffer in the account when I take a payout. Yeah. If I get first, my viewership will 5x. I hope I do well in that tournament. Be cool. Will you still get entered if you buy a Tradeify account now, Henry? Yeah, but make sure you guys keep using our code, because that's how they put you on our team. So if you use our code when you buy it now, they should put you on the team. Yeah. Yeah. So Claris, as an example, is if I have $100,000 payout with Funded Next, I want to have $2,000 in it. So there's a $100K buffer left after I take the payout, you know, sort of thing. You don't have to leave that much of a buffer, but for me to keep the accounts going, I kind of do. The best account that's cheap to enter the tournament, the advanced are the cheapest ones. Am I taking the MOC trade? Dude, I don't even know, man. I'm up in all the accounts as much as I can be up, or want to be up. I've got $9,000 left to go on Tradeify until I go live with those guys, because I've taken $71,000 in payouts. So I got a little bit more to go on Tradeify. So I can't really risk that. I'm almost at the finish line there. Funded Next, I could put some trades. I have 9,000, 8,000, and 8,000. And my big accounts, the ones I'm rushing to 100K. I could still push those a little harder at MHP, but I don't know, man. Havo says, Havo Hedge says, good to have your risk per trade amount times 20 as buffer in your account. There's some good rules there. Good rule of thumb. Can't put in 10 contracts though. I lost $800 to show that person that they were wrong. Overnight trades today, I make all my decision based on where the pivots are. Short MHP, it's very possible. Like, but again, I don't personally want to take a short off of that, because all the rest of the greater market's still pretty bullish. Other than MHP, everything else is okay. So on MHP breaks to the downside, one can short off of MHP. That is a setup. Yeah. Will I ever live stream the overnight session? No, man, I don't think I will. I might eventually expand and hire somebody to stream at night. I'm like, I get so tired streaming 9 hours a day already, you know? I don't think I can do this forever. Like streaming all day. I might just only stream mornings. But as long as I got the energy to do it, I'm down to do it. It's a lot of talking, bro. Like by 5 p.m. I'm just hoarse. IDOC is like, she didn't even talk to me because she knows I don't have a voice left. I'm just like, let's be quiet for the rest of the day. Okay, here we go. We're off. A little downside MHP love there. Do I want to do something fun here? Res is negative. Upper DD band. How are we gonna fill a stay out on the downside? No trades to me into this. I'm gonna let it die. Do I ever go on tilt? No, not anymore. I haven't had, I would say in the last 5 years of my trading, there's not been a single day where I could say, quote unquote, I've gone on tilt and just fucked everything up because I fucked up. I have losing days all the time and they're all within control. I can't remember the last time. When I started out, like I did that a lot. Yeah. Staying up all night, watching your account bleed to zero. Waking up in the morning with nothing left. Yeah, I've done that before. Early in my career. A lot. These days, no, not anymore. My own tilt would be like, I tried to short the market and it inched up higher, and they shorted some more, they inched up higher, inched up higher, inched up higher. And then it would come down a little bit, so you have a little bit of breathing room, and then it goes up and then comes down a little bit. Then Europe happens and it comes down, then it goes back up, and you're just inching higher and you're staring at it and you're up all night, and then, you know, you wake up in the morning and it's all gone. Yeah, that feeling, yeah, I've been there. My win rate for the year, 81%. I took a screenshot of that earlier in the week. This is the best trading I've ever done. This year has been, stat-wise, really good. I'm on a 6-week winning streak. I haven't had a losing day in 6 weeks. It's been crazy. A lot of luck, for sure. It does not normally it does not happen. That's a pretty gnarly little close there. All right. Looking pretty brutal. What do y'all think? Move be off for the day. Oh, I gotta do boot camp in a little bit. Just chilling. Market's gonna die today, y'all. Feel like it. The trade war always creates this nasty little sort of like always creates that like nasty, just gnarly selling pressure. Can I plot DD lines on Ninja? You can't get them from me. I mean, sorry, you can get them from our platform, but you can't like, you can put them on Ninja on your own, but you can't like calculate them without knowing how it's calculated. Like we don't really share how it's done. You can always plot them yourself if you knew what the numbers were. If you have the platform, you can get the numbers either from there or from the table here. It's gonna be one hell of a month, guys. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a fun trading month. I'll tell you what. This selling in the close is pretty nightmarish. What the heck? China is shorting the close. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm gonna roll out of here. Y'all have a good day. Boot camp starts 10 minutes after market close. Don't be a minute late. We will see y'all later. $41,000 day in my funded next legacies and my Tradeify straight to fundeds. Love it.